I know, you've been waiting for this. Join me, Daniel René, as we sit down and spill the secrets behind your favorite scents. Why do we all chase that perfect scent? What makes one fragrance timeless and another instantly forgettable? This is the Café Lattafa podcast. We'll speak to the creators, the chemists, the culture shapers to uncover the how, the why, and the what were they thinking behind every blend. This is more than perfume, it's power, it's personality, it's the unsaid that speaks first and lingers long after you've left the room. Fragrance isn't just what you wear, it's how the world remembers you. Born in the heart of the Emirates, but created for the entire world, this is Café Lattafa. Class is in session. You're going to want to tune in for this one. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first ever Café Lattafa. My name is Daniel René, and I am joined today with none other than the winner of the Best Perfumer of 2022, the genius, the incomparable, the beautiful human, incredible woman, and with all her incredible stories, Dalia Izem.
Hi.
How are you?
Very well. Happy to be here.
There's so much behind what you've done for the world. How does it feel to have this weight on you?
I've never been this complimented before. Thank you very much. I'm very honored. I'm happy to be a perfumer. This is my dream job, basically. And it's a pleasure to perfume the world and to give little moment of joy to anyone who wears my perfumes.
When did you know that that was what you were going to dedicate your life to?
At a very young age. Both my families are transmitting their love through food.
Okay.
From my mom's side and my dad's side.
In Cuban culture, we do the same.
So... and of course, I spent a lot of time with both my grandmothers in their kitchen. I think this was the first start where I started really trying to guess what was in the cabinet, the spice cabinets, everything that was in the house, because I didn't know otherwise. And then...
Did you used to put everything to your nose and smell it all?
Literally, I would not eat anything that I would not smell before. And I was trying to guess what was cooking, what was... so that was one of the beginning. And then I started really basically looking at in my auntie's bags for any sample of perfume, trying to guess what anyone was wearing. And at some point, I didn't even know that perfumer made. I thought it just happened. I didn't know that this job existed. I thought things were just, they smelled like this because they were like this. And
what perfume, do you remember a specific perfume that made you connect the dots of, oh my God, it's perfume? Wait.
Funny enough, one of the first perfume I smelled, one of the perfumes I stole from my auntie's bag was First from Van Cleef. It was called First. So that...
Wow.
I am, so it was a classic from the 80s. And so that's one I remember. And then I discovered that there was an actual job. I remember someone mentioning it or giving me the book Perfume of Suskin. I was like, oh, actually there are people whose job is to create fragrances. And I did my little research in my small town in Bretagne, in France, and I found out about that.
Which was hard back then because we didn't have...
There was no internet.
You kids don't know what that life was without internet.
I went to the library and I asked, I was like...
Not the library.
I went to the
library. Do you even know what that is? I doubt it.
And this is where I heard for the first time that there was a school called Izipka, that you could study perfumery and you had to do some chemistry before, which I was like, okay, then I will do that.
And you just accepted the challenge of chemistry like that?
I accepted the challenge. No one in my family is in the business. No one at all. I was, again, from a small town in Brittany, completely disconnected from this industry. And that's why I was really thankful to this school, because it gave me the opportunity to do my first step, to step into this world. It was a very challenging journey, I would say, because and not everyone who wants to be a perfumer will be a perfumer.
Don't I know it?
So I consider myself extremely lucky to.
Or just extremely talented and driven?
Well.
Tomato.
Okay.
Okay. At what point did you know that you wanted to dedicate yourself? Because I'm sure that fine fragrance is not the only thing you dedicate yourself to, or is it?
So I started my career as a cross-category perfumer. So I've done personal care.
What does that mean necessarily for someone who doesn't know?
So, for example, a shampoo, a shower gel. So I was always doing fine fragrance too, but I was working in a smaller house, and basically the scope of what I was doing was larger.
Okay.
Which was also a lot of fun. Honestly, a lot of creativity in creating fun fragrances for shower gel.
Which is interesting because I don't even think. I didn't know that until, a few years ago. I realized who creates a shampoo, right? I won't say the name of the brand, but known for their heavy fragrances. Someone had to have created this concept of.
And this is also more touching. It touches like literally everyone. You know.
Literally.
You're like in the.
I mean, if you're not shampooing your head, maybe we need to have a conversation. But everybody
in people's routine in their house.
Correct.
You're one of the first moment where you're exposed to fragrance in the day. It sets the mood for the rest of the day. So I take a lot of pride in being part of that moment.
That's amazing. And at what point, flashing forward a little bit, did you first meet, for example, Mr. Lattafa?
Mr. Lattafa.
The one and only.
Well, I've been working based in Dubai for the last 9 years.
Okay.
So I would say we started working back then when I moved to Dubai, and I love the pace of the pace is very intense, but
I wonder why. Maybe because they literally never sleep.
Exactly. They never sleep. So it was good for me because I was new to the region, and it forces you to know exactly what works. I love that Lattafa has this trend sensor where they
really do.
Where they can literally smell it before it actually happens.
What do you think that's owed to?
Intuition, perfumistic intuition, and knowledge of the market, and knowledge of their customers, of the end users, listening to their customers, and
but there also has to be some sort of connection between you, the brand, Mr. Lattafa himself, and of course the people who buy the fragrances, right? But how do you know as a perfumer, right, where the world is? Because it takes a year or more, maybe a little less, a little more, but for the most part more, to create from day one till we have a bottle. How do you know that a year from now the world is going to want this fragrance?
I think there's part of it is the intuition, is what Lattafa wants, and part of it is what you know of the market, what has been done, where you identify the gaps that don't exist, and also there is part which is your personal story, and that's personal to every perfumer, the story you want to tell,
right?
And it's a conversation. What we do, I always like to say that it starts by a conversation. There's no right or wrong, and we'll have a conversation with Abdurrahim, and then he would say, I want to create this type of fragrance for this type of customer, and I will be like, oh, I have an idea, or this is what I'm thinking, and then this is a conversation, and we go from there.
So does he ever say something like, I want a citrus, sandalwood, vetiver, and oud? Does it never really get that specific?
I think it can be specific, but I think he gives more freedom at this. We wouldn't necessarily go ingredient, but more about, I think, the strength of the fragrance or the idea behind it, or
wait.
packaging.
You said the magic word, Dalia.
The strength.
Strength.
The second one.
Yeah.
Wait. Yeah, I'm not going.
So do you decide how strong a fragrance is going
I don't decide. If it's not strong, it's not going to win. So it has to be strong.
I just wanted to hear her say it.
So
Okay.
that's a must. That's in the region, as you know, strength is an
100%.
obsession. Perfume is a statement. Perfume is an accessory that you
like a
cannot
purse.
see, but you
Correct.
feel and smell.
It's like a purse. It's like a shirt.
It's
like
more than that. It's your olfactive business card. It's how you will be remembered when you leave the lift.
It's your olfactive business card. That's brilliant.
And in the region, it's almost rude to not be well perfumed. So you have to. And you have to it has to be a statement. It has to be personal. It has to be unique.
Yeah.
It has to be strong, and it has to be extremely long lasting, as you know.
So coming from having created such incredible masterpieces, having won awards for your work, do you ever feel like so much praise and so many compliments and brands wanting to work with you and so many years under your belt, do you ever feel uninspired?
Honestly, like we are as perfumer, we're always humbled by the market. We're like on the back of the scene. We create the fragrance, but the brand is the hero of the brand is the hero. The perfume is gonna be the hero. We're just the writer of the story, but it's not our story that matters in the product. So we're here. We're the medium that will create a beautiful scent. But the brand will be the teller of the story later on. So it's a whole journey. But regarding I don't think that we are really in the center that much. I think we, at least in our team, I'd like to believe that we are humble. We love what we do. We're very passionate. We really love the ingredients. We love telling stories. But it's not really about us being there in the media, or it's really not. It's becoming more and more, and actually, as you can see, we're not very used to this. But yeah.
A brand like the Lattafa, they're legendary because it's a constant addition to the family, right? We get 50 additions to the family of Lattafa's fragrances.
It is fast-paced, and it is like that's also something that is exciting for us as a perfumer. Is like the time and energy that is spent is also rewarded, but because we see the product produced, and it's on the shelf like quite relatively quickly compared to what happens in the industry. So that's very exciting and thrilling, actually, to be able to from the end. Sometimes you wait so long, and when you finish a project, to actually see it in the shop. And in this case, I don't know how they manage it, honestly.
I don't either.
But
I don't either.
They do.
I know. Maybe that's on his episode. We'll find out. I want you to talk to us about I had the honor, literally the honor, to smell these and get my nose on them. And I must tell you, just when you think there's no new DNA that anyone is going to come up with, then came the new Eclairs.
I'm so happy.
Please explain Banofi.
I will explain Banofi. So Banofi was actually started from an idea of my colleague Brunel that you've met. And we wanted to create a fragrance that is really mouth-watering, something that represents a dessert that is all about comfort, it's about addiction. And the Banofi is a pie with a sablé crust, with the caramel, the cream, the banana. And the challenge is that everyone knows what a Banofi is. Banana is not a fruit that was really is not known to be something that you use in perfumery, in fragrance, or more so maybe in more like maybe you would see it in a shower gel or something. But how to elevate it, how to make it something that you would want to wear. And the idea was to create something that was as fluffy. Also working on the texture, you have like the crunchy, the fluffy, the caramel. So something that will create an addiction. And you smell it, first of all, you'll be like, oh, it does smell like banana. But okay, it smells like a banana, but I want to wear it, and it smells delicious, and it's comfortable.
If I may say so myself, there's been in the last couple of years, let's just focus on that. In the last couple of years, I've experienced a lot of fragrances with a banana accord or some sort of banana vibe in it. And quite frankly, they smell delicious, but have never really pulled anything that I want to actually wear on my body, right? My brother was with me experiencing Eclair, and my brother almost stole the bottle.
Oh.
Mr. Lattafa had to prevent him from taking it.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
An hour after he had it on his arm, I asked him, my God, what did you just spray? And he's like, I didn't just spray anything. That's the Banofi. That's the Eclair. And Mr. Lattafa was standing right there. And of course, he looked at me very proud. He was like, happy, because you have created this beautiful, elegant way of having a banana, gourmand, but very wearable.
Yeah, this was the biggest technical challenge, to go from something so straight edible to elevate it, to make it wearable. So that's why we blended it with a lot of musk, a lot of vanilla, things that are give us the fluffiness, but without being overwhelmingly banana, basically.
And did you know immediately when they said, we want Banofi, did you know immediately? How does that process work for you? We're like, honestly, okay, they want Banofi, I'm going to use this, I'm going to use that, I'm going to use this? Or is it
so much fun, and I love working with gourmands so much. And I have to say that I steal a lot from my colleagues from flavors. I work with the flavorists, and I go and I ask them which ingredient, because their set of ingredients is slightly different from ours.
Yeah.
So like a baker, we go and we use different tools, and I'm fearless in the gourmand. I'm not afraid of using ingredients that are not we're not used to in the perfumery,
right,
in the classic perfumery.
For example, what?
For example, the pyrazines. Those are everything that smells like a bit cookie-like, bread-like.
I like bread fragrances.
They are very strong ingredient that the dosing is key, and it's very challenging to find the right dosage, because if you overdose it, it will kill the fragrance. If you underdose it, you won't smell it. So they're very, very strong raw material. But it's challenging. It's challenging, but that's why it took so long to find the balance. And I have to say, I did not work alone. I worked for the longest time to get the accord, and I was joined by two brilliant perfumers, Gael Montero and Fanny Ball, who helped me fine-tune and find this perfect balance between wearability and gourmandise, which is the key for this fragrance. So I'm extremely proud that the three of us managed to have this delicious dessert, the delicious Eclair that I hope, a lot of people will wear.
And talk to me about Pistachio. Now, before we jump into Pistachio Eclair, we have had, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Is it a correct statement in saying we have had a pistachio overloaded amount of pistachio fragrances in the world?
So I'm a problem solver. So because there's no more pistachio in the world, so you can wear it as a perfume. So I'm here for. So yeah, apparently there is a trend. I don't know if you've heard about the trend.
No.
But this has nothing. This was more literally focused on the ingredient itself, the pistachio, and I love this nut. I have also Middle Eastern root. This was also part of a lot of desserts, and Extremely technically challenging too for the same reasons as the banana. For the everything that is a bit rusty, nutty, roasted. Sorry, not rusty, roasted. I meant roasted, nutty. Is a technical challenge. So again, it took me a long time to fine tune the perfect yumminess for this fragrance. But I'm extremely proud. This fragrance has. You know what I love is when you create gourmand fragrance is like the first time you smell it and you see in the eyes of whoever is smelling it, you see like they recognize it, and it's such a nice feeling to see that you created that spark, that little emotion that people remember exactly what it is, and you recognize what it is. Creates like it's just a simple. It's a simple feeling. It's just something that you know, and it's a remembering something that you know, and it gives you this little pleasurable moment.
Do you think that that's one of the most rewarding parts of doing what you do?
100%. This is
helping
the most
people create memories.
Yes, 100%.
Or remember.
I think all perfumers. I think most of us have this in mind. You know, the link between memory and perfume is what drives us. We want to create new memories and make you remember older memories, and that's all part of what drives us.
Do you think that you'll ever create a fragrance that will not directly, but maybe, or have you? Maybe you've already done it. Have you that first fragrance in your tia's purse or your abuela's, bathroom? Have you?
100, yes.
You have?
Of course, yeah. I am obsessed with perfumes from the 80s because of my mom's perfumes. I love Chypre because of my dad's perfume. Because this, like for example, my love of the Chypre family is completely related to the perfume that my dad was wearing, and this created a forever link in my mind that Chypre equals eternal love. so
Gardenia for me with my mother.
So see the strength of that.
Yeah.
It's unbeatable. You cannot beat that. So obviously, yes, that's what drives us, and each one of us will have a different story. I love to bake, so that's why I have this fun around baking. But that's not the only stories I tell. I'm obsessed with musks, for example. Obsessed.
Why do you think you're obsessed with musks? What's the fascination with musks?
I think it's the fact that it smells both like this human skin and the cleanliness of it, and it's not overpowering. It's there without being there. It's everywhere, but yet when you wear an overdose of musk, everyone will turn their head and be like, what are you wearing? It's in every perfume. It's the dry down. So I think it's also what stays the next day on your clothes. So it's like the reminiscent of a perfume that was once there,
right, and
is no longer there. It's like, I don't know. It's like the soul of a fragrance for me. So it's magical for me. These ingredients are I'm completely obsessed by them.
So I have a question personally. We have Banofi and we have Pistachio and I want to know if someone says I layered them both.
Oh, please do. Please do. Please do. Why not? Why not? I mean, did anyone say pistachio and banana don't go together? Like, have you never sprinkled a little bit of pistachio on top of any dessert?
No, listen, I'm all about the layering fragrances. I was just trying to trick response. I wanted to, to see what your opinion was on layering and blending and doing, getting two fragrances that obviously work together.
Yes, 100%. I mean, you can and you don't have to, but if you want.
Oh, of course. No, nobody said you have to.
Yeah, but
I think independently they're beautiful fragrances. I think all fragrances are pieces of art, but I think people should be able to kind of create their own identity with fragrance.
Exactly, because anyway, if you wear any fragrance, it will blend with your own smell, the leftover of your shower gel, your body lotion, your shampoo, everything, your laundry. So we're already, even if you say you don't layer, you actually do.
Very true. Very true. I want to thank you on behalf of everyone watching for your complete transparency and for what you do for the world.
Oh, thank you.
I always say that, my name is Dan and I'm just trying to help the world smell better, but you're actually helping us smell better. I really do. I'm beyond grateful.
Thank you so much for having me. It was a pleasure meeting you and sharing this moment of and sharing our passion for fragrances and for creating beautiful stories, wearable stories.
And if you have one message to Lattafa, what would you say to Lattafa?
Continue to be this the motor of our creativity. Continue to challenge us in being the best that we can, to deliver the best fragrances we can, and inspire us. Yeah, that's what would be my message.
And if you where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Where do I see myself?
Where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Eating sweets somewhere somewhere warm by the beach, preferably.
And still working on fragrance?
100%, yes.
Do you see yourself doing this until you can't?
Oh, yes, 100%. This is what I see myself doing. It's not really, it's really not when you live with your passion, when your job is your passion, that
never feels like a job.
Exactly. So we're lucky to have this job. We're lucky to create fragrances, to create a moment of joy, a pleasurable moment in the morning or before getting ready, before getting out. Maybe you're going on a date. Maybe you're having just a special moment for you. This is such a privilege to be part of that moment in everyone's life.
Thank you, Dalia.
Thank you, Daniel.